everyone. I'm Lynn with Psychic Focus at psychicfocus.blogspot.com, and today's topic is Rudy Giuliani and the lady releasing the Kracken. I always just chuckle when I hear that because it's so accurate and so on point with what's going on right now. So anyway, I digress here. Back to the question. Says, hey Lynn, can you look into Rudy Giuliani? Who is he in a past life, or what is his mission here on Earth? He must be very evolved soul to go up against the cabal and defend Trumpet. Also, he must have angelic protection of some sort to keep himself safe through all this. Thanks, Lynn. And occasionally I do a past life or a future life on different people that are out there. So what I wanted to do is just tune in on him, because a lot of times what we experience in a past life or even in earlier points of our current life can shape who we are presently and some of the challenges that we face. We'll see different cycles and themes appear. So when I tuned into him and I flashed back to him as a young boy on a playground, I saw that, these kids are playing in the dirt and they're using their fingers to outline some kind of a game board to be able to play marbles. This feels like who he was in this life. I see him peering into the group, and he wants so bad to belong, but he just doesn't feel like he's accepted. In fact, it looks like he was bullied, and he came from a very, very poor upbringing. I don't see him wearing shoes, and my impression is that he just didn't really have much. So he was envious of those that did, and he just really wanted to be accepted by his peers. I got that, he ended up being quite a loner, and he spent a lot of time by himself and in nature because that's where he did feel like he belonged. He contemplated life a lot, and being alone with his thoughts and observing people led him to really look at people and how they interacted. You can tell a lot about a person just by how they treat other people. And to him, this was very intriguing. It was like studying psychology with not even realizing that he's doing so. So when you fast forward into this current life that he's in right now, he is all about justice and what feels ethically right to him. I'm not saying that everybody has to agree with him, but for him personally, he is very strong in his convictions, and he will fight for what he feels is truly ethically and morally right. He cannot sit back quietly and just watch people cheat. There is an element of working in the greater good that does offer protection, and I've always seen that Trumpet wasn't just elected, but rather selected. Think about that. Think about how all this played out. His presidency was necessary, and it wasn't a coincidence that it happened during 2020. People are constantly seeing things clearer and awaking from their slumber. So think about it, 2020. What is 2020? Perfect vision. People are waking up. This was not an accident. People, are just, they're realizing truth, and they're feeling what feels right and what does not. Giuliani aligned with him because the universe needed this to happen. And when you're guided and you're ultimately you are protected, and that is what's kept Trumpet safe for as long as he's been safe, because I get there's attempts to make him not so safe that he's been able to counteract, project, and avoid. So, we are in this middle of this battle between good and evil, and it's not just a physical battle, but a spiritual, emotional, mental, and inner subconscious turmoil as well. So that's what Giuliani is all about, why he's here. He's here because he has a purpose to see this thing through. And then the person asking the question wanted to know, what about Sidney Powell? What's her story? What's going on with her? When I tune into her, I just feel this rage and this passion to bring about and bring down the deeper state. And she knows what evil people have been in power, and she knows that they've bought their way to the top. She feels like she finally has what she needs to expose this once and for all. It's like been this nagging intermission for her for such a long time. And I hear that her investigation and work will be like this finale of a fireworks display. Like it is just going to wow people and be like just completely unreal. I mean, slowly and very slowly, things have been brought to light. There have been some arrests, many indictments have been issued. I always saw that 2020 would have one of the biggest scandals ever, and exposure to the election fraud feels like one of them. Not only were the results grossly inaccurate, but the people involved, are going to be shocking. They relay and reveal who was involved, the magnitude of this, and just how deep this goes. It's just going to shock everyone. It will be like the finale of a fireworks display. I get that everything is aligning the way it needs to be, putting the American people through this is necessary to evoke huge change. If this was easy and people were passive and we just gradually went through it, it's not going to really inspire people to make much change. But when you go through the turmoil and all of this stuff of what is happening now, mentally, physically, emotionally, all this kind of stuff, economically, it will evoke change. That's how change comes about. A huge reset, a way of doing things is on the horizon. And saying the Kracken is going to be released, it's almost like an understatement. This is going to be big. And that was really all I had for this reading. I want to thank you so much for listening. Please feel free to leave a comment. Don't forget to like my video, share my channel, all those things. It helps me out so, so much. And again, I'm Lynn with Psychic Focus at psychicfocus.blogspot.com. Thank you. Bye.